Good morning, baseball, sports, fans of all kinds. Welcome back to the channel. This video is to recap Wednesday, September 8th MLB games. We have 15 of them, but before we jump into that, I just want to say today, NFL is kicking off, and last night we did our preseason power rankings video, so make sure you check that out. And like, subscribe, join the channel, join the community. Fun Discord, fun group of guys so far. So nice to have new faces, new team fans, etc. in the mix. 15 games, so we're going to go right through them. Lots to go over. Mariners 8, Astros 5. First game of the night, and Mariners needed to pick up a win against these Astros. Astros had had their number up until now, and they got out to an early lead, 2-0, before Houston answered back. They had the long ball going. They had a 3-run second inning and added one more in the 5th. Gonzalez hits his 3rd. Altuve, his 27th, is that solo shot in the 5th. But then we see Seattle tied up in the 7th, just generating all these runs. Toro's been a big part of this team. 2-hit, 2 RBI night. Kelenic a 2-hit, 2 RBI night as well. They're tied going into the 9th. And the Mariners put up a 4 spot with Crawford hitting his 7th home run of the season. Houston can't answer quite as many, and Bregman hits a solo shot, but that's all they could muster as 8-5 final. Tyler Anderson goes 4.2, 400 runs, 4 Ks, giving up a couple of home runs, and Urquidy 3 2-earned runs and 2 Ks, and Castillo is going to get the win in this one for the Mariners, and they needed it. They're maintaining a little bit of pace in that wild card race. Giants 7, Rockies 4, and oops. Sorry about that. It'll be a second. Misclicked something. Giants 7, Rockies 4, and the Giants find the sweep in Coors, and they're the first team to sweep the Rockies at home this season, so that's a little bit of a highlight. They're also the first team to hit 90 wins in the MLB. Quite the accomplishment. Rockies were at 3-0, but San Francisco immediately answered back in that 6th, putting up 3 of their own. But in the bottom of the 6th, we see Diaz for the Rockies hit his 16th home run of the season. The Rockies do take a 4-3 lead. Diaz had a 3-hit RBI night. But it's the 9th inning. San Francisco comes alive, puts up 4 off of the closer of the Rockies, and they don't have to look back after that. Crawford hits his 20th of the season, coming in that 6th inning, which tied it up at the time, a 3-run bomb. Desclafani goes 4.1, 300 runs, 5 Ks again. Desclafani hasn't been stellar as of late, but he does get the job done. And McGee comes in there for his 30th save of the season. John Gray goes 5, 300 runs, 8 Ks. It's been a decent season for John Gray. He normally struggles at a higher ERA. 4.18 is on the better side for him. Big win for the Giants because the Dodgers, we'll get to it in a minute, but they do lose. Rangers 8, Diamondbacks 5. Diamondbacks are 2-0 before the Rangers pile on 5 in the middle innings to take a 5-2 lead. They bring it as close as 5-3, and the Rangers have a nice 3-run 8th inning. All these runs are generated being led by Nate Lowe. He had a 3-hit RBI night. We also have Trevino having a hit that lead to 3 RBIs. And it's the AL going to the NL in this case. Peralta hits his 8th. Ahmed hits his 5th. Not going too much into this game because, of course, this game doesn't matter too much. Arihara goes 4.2, 200 runs, 3 Ks, and Weaver 5, 3, and 4, 4.4, 24 ERA on the season now. Arizona going to lose to the Rangers, and I think that's back-to-back losses now for them. Another game doesn't mean too much with the Twins 3, Indians 0, and we see Sano hitting his 25th of the season in that 7th inning to give them a 2-0 lead. And they don't have to look back after that. Just a couple of singles. No one really getting multi-hit games. Cleveland gets held to 1 hit on the entire night. Ryan goes 7-0 earned and 4 Ks, so a great outing for Ryan. On the other side, McKenzie goes 6, 1 run, and 7 Ks, being shut out to that 1 hit. Not too great. Tigers 5, Pirates 1. Other than exchanging runs early in the game to make it 1-1, Tigers just go out to a lead, and they add even more in the 5th, and a home run from Grossman in the 7th is all it takes. Grossman leading the team's way, 4-hit RBI night. The RBI coming off his home run. Cabrera also had a 4-hit, 3 RBI night. All those coming in off a double off the bat of him. Manning goes 3, 1 run, 4 Ks. They're still keeping their guys short. Manning only had a 52-pitch leash, and Keller goes 5, 4 runs, and 6 Ks, giving them 10 hits. Tigers out hit them 12-6 and walk off to a big win. Marlins 2, Mets 1, and the Mets, they were out down 1-0 early, and they managed to tie it up in the 7th off the bat of Conforto, who hits a solo shot. Alcantara continues to be pretty great for the Marlins, and he went deep in this one, going all 9 first innings, striking out 14 with 1 earned run. Rich Hill goes 6, 1 earned run, 8K. So both these pitchers were dueling hard. But we go to extras. Bender is going to get the win because the Marlins win in the bottom after the Mets aren't able to put up a run. And that's a pretty devastating loss for the Mets. I think pretty safe to say they're out of it, but of course they're not, but they are. Orioles 9, Royals 8, and this game was pretty interesting by the fact that the Royals were up 5-0 going into the bottom of the 8th. Salvador Perez had hit his 42nd home run in that 7th inning to give them a 5-0 lead. But then we see Baltimore pile on 9 runs in that 8th inning. Mountcastle hits his 26th as a part of it. He had a 2-hit, 2 RBI night. We also see a couple guys in there. But overall, 2 errors by Kansas City helped lead to such an inning end. While they were up 9-5, Kansas City did not give up. Benintendi hits his 13th, a 3-run bomb with 2 out to make it 9-8. But that's as close as they'll get. And Wells does manage to get the save after they yanked Tate after that 3-run bomb. Minor goes 6, giving up 0 earned runs and 3 Ks. And Stutmont and Pyomp's going to get charged with a lot of those runs. Matt Harvey goes 4.1, 3 earned runs, 2 Ks. Again, Harvey's been okay on from time to time. And that's one of the games included there. Blue Jays 6, Yankees 3, and the Blue Jays have now won 7 in a row and 3 in a row against the Yankees. I think at the end of August, the Jays were something like 9.5 back from the Yankees, and now it's got down to like 1.5, something simple like that. Jays got out to a 3-0 lead in that 4th inning. Just generated the runs, and a lot of it coming off. Semien continues to be hot, 2-hit, 2 RBI night. But we see the Yankees. Brett Gardner hits a 3-run shot with 2 out against Manoah in that 5th inning to tie it up. And they even had a chance to take a lead at one point, but they don't manage to get it in. And then we see the Jays put up 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, and then Vladdy comes up in the 9th inning, hits his 41st of the season to cap it off. And the Yankees they're searching for answers, because it's not going super well. Manoah goes 5.2, 3 earned runs, 4 Ks. That's the only blemish, really, that 3-run shot to Gardner. And Gil goes 3.1, 3 earned runs, 7 walks. One time he walked the bases loaded and did manage to get out of it. But he did have a good streak going for a while with scoreless Yankees debut. But it came to an end, and the Jays find a big win. They're going to go to the 4th game today, and the Jays could pretty much take that wild card spot from the Yankees with a win. Red Sox 2, Rays 1, and after having shots in both the last 2 games against the Rays and still losing, Boston comes from behind in this 8th inning. Hunter Renfroe playing a monster 2-run shot in that 8th inning to take the lead after the Rays had taken the 1-run lead in the top of the 8th. Renfroe also had a big impact on the defensive side of the game. He had 2 outfield assists, just gunning people down. So a big part of what caused Boston to win this one. Evaldi goes 7, 0 earned runs, 8 Ks. And of course, the inning he comes out is when the lead gets lost, but they get bailed. McClanahan goes 5, 0 earned runs, 3 Ks, and it's Chagois going to get charged with the loss and the blown save. And this one, Nationals 4, Braves 2. yeah, the Braves lose another one here to the Nationals, one that they really want to win. They were tied 2-2 about halfway through. Nationals take a lead in the 7th. Soto hit his 25th in that 7th with 2 out to take the lead, and then the 8th they add another one. We see home runs for Atlanta. Duvall his 33rd, Rosario his 9th. Those are tying him up at the time, and Josh Bell hit one early, his 25th in that 4th inning. Nolan doesn't even last one out. I don't know what happened there. He went 8 pitches. Must have been an injury. Well, nothing else can really be said there. And then it's a bullpen game from there out, and Washington looked pretty good from the bullpen. Tucson goes 3, 1 earned run, 4 walks, 3 Ks, and 1 home run. 62 pitches over 3 innings, not exactly what they were looking for from him, but they pull him in that 4th inning, probably right after the home run from Josh Bell. That's the end of his night, and the Braves lose one that they probably want to win. Cubs 4, Reds 1. And the Cubs have just played spoiler. They've been pretty hot. This rebuild must be going pretty quickly for the Cubs because they've been pulling it off. Cubs got out to a 1-0 lead. Ian Happ in that first inning hits a solo shot, but then we see the Reds answer back. Joey Votto, his 29th of the season, and that's all the runs we really get until we go to extras, where Cincinnati doesn't get any runs, and then we see Jason Hayward. We don't talk about him too much on this channel. He hits a 3-run bomb in the bottom of the 10th for a walk-off for the Cubs, and just complete disastrous outing for the Reds. Disastrous series for the Reds against these Cubs, losing out on wild card positioning for sure. Brewers 4, Phillies 3, and the Phillies have had trouble with the Brewers, but then again, who hasn't? 2-1 after 1 inning for the Brew Crew. Harper hits his 29th of the season, a solo shot to give the Philly the early lead, but Brewers generate 2 runs in the bottom, and they add another one in the 2nd inning. Phillies do tie it up in the 3rd, not off a home run or anything. They just generate a couple of runs in the bottom of their lineup. Jankowski in there scoring a run, and Gibson gets on base and also scores a run to help his cause. But we see Eduardo Escobar hit his 25th of the season coming in that 6th inning, which gives the Brewers 4-3 lead, and you don't want to give the Brewers a 1-run lead late in the games because their bullpen's going to come in and shut the door on you, and that's exactly what happened. Freddie Peralta goes 3.2, 1 earned run, 4 Ks. Short outing for him. He went 81 pitches, though, not even to get a 4. So knowing their strength of their bullpen, they bring Suter in to close that inning out, and the bullpen does the rest. Hader picks up his 30th save of the season, and Gibson goes 4.23 earned runs and 5 Ks. Looks like the Phillies did have a shot in that 9th inning. They got 2 guys on with walks, but they can't manage to score to tie it up. Cardinals 5, Dodgers 4. So this game has multiple implications. Of course, the Cardinals are now tied in the wild card race with the Phillies, still a few games out, but anyone can pick up heat, and the fact they took a win off the Dodgers speaks volumes for this team. Adam Wainwright was sported a 3-1 lead in the 1st, and they really rode him in this game. Very interesting. Molina hits his 10th of the season, a 2-run shot in that 1st, and then in the 8th inning, O'Neill hits a solo shot. At the time, puts him up 5-2, but it turns out to be very important because the Dodgers put up 2 more runs in the 9th themselves. Max Muncy hits his 31st of the season solo shot off Wainwright in the 6th to bring it 4-2, and they put up a couple in the 9th to bring it 5-4 is the closest they get. Wainwright goes 8.14 in runs, 4 Ks, giving up that 1 solo shot. They tried to push him for another complete game, but they got a little dangerous at the end. And interestingly enough, they did not bring Alex Reyes out for the save. Gallegos gets his 5th save of the season. White on the other side goes 4 runs, 6 Ks for the Dodgers. Big win for the Cardinals. They're maintaining. But Padres win as well, 8-5. And it's all coming off that one huge 2nd inning where they put up 8 runs. Cronenworth, a 2-hit RBI night. We have Tatis in there. No home runs. They just generated all these runs. So all these guys, Adam Frazier leading the way with 2 hits on the night, 3 RBIs, coming off likely the double off Mayers. Angels try to come close. They put up a few runs. Most of the runs coming in very late. Lagares hits his 5th. Adele his 4th, both coming in the 7th and 8th inning. Darvish goes 6, 107 Ks. He's going to get the win. He's now 8-9 on the season, 3.95 ERA. It's kind of outing that Padres are going to need. Darvish comes back. Snell starting to come around. They're on pace to make the wild card and face off against the Dodgers, and they're really a team that can really put the Dodgers on the ropes. So Mayers goes 1.2, giving up 2 earned runs. I guess the bullpen gives up 6 more of the earned runs, believe it or not. But yeah, big win for the Padres, taking a little solo lead of that final wildcard spot. And the A's 5, White Sox 1, and with every other team being winning in the wildcard race except the Yankees, the A's win, but of course they don't make up any ground considering how it's been going for them. They're falling a little bit behind. They are tied with the Mariners, and the Jays. It's all a big cluster in there. Chapman hits his 25th of the season. That gives Oakland a 1-0 lead early. They had a couple more, and by the 5th inning, it's 3-1. In the 6th, they had 2 more generated. All these runs are generated. They only had the 1 solo shot from Chapman. Pretty much offense spread out throughout. A couple guys had multi-hit nights, Canna and Gomez. And on the other side, they get shut out. Even though they had 8 hits, they did not manage to score much more runs than that. Frankie Montas goes 7, 1 earned run, giving up 7 Ks. Dallas Keuchel goes 5.25 earned runs and 3 Ks. He's been rough for the White Sox. 5.33 ERA. They sent him out, but come playoff time, I don't know if we're going to see Keuchel coming out in a starter role. It'll be interesting to see how the White Sox use him come playoff. And there you have it, 15 games. We're getting close down to the wire. About 3 weeks left to go in the season, and the wild card races are just heating up. Keep your eye out. Let me know what you guys think of the games last night. Maybe I missed a big highlight or something like that. Put it in the comments below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys for that next video. Enjoy NFL kickoff, but also Blue Jays and the rest of that MLB. Peace out. Thanks for watching.